everybody. I always never know when to hit the button, and I have to hit it on this end, so I always hit it a little bit early, I think. But I'd rather be early than late, like I have been a couple of times. How's everybody doing tonight? Y'all are so far away over there. And my chat's just, oh, I gotta mute it, sorry. I'm over here and here, hold on. Oh, that's too funny. Okay, I'm all muted now, so I'm not getting double speak, so to say. So Bandit's down here. I don't think y'all can really see him. I don't think I can tilt that much further. Let me see. I'm always afraid I'm gonna knock it off. There he is. Y'all can see him a little bit better now. He's always down here wondering who I'm talking to. So I was trying to talk a little bit earlier so he would get used to me talking out loud, because it's just us today and I don't even know what I look like. I didn't even look. Anyway, so he's down here and he always just wonders, Mom, who are you talking to? Hey, I see my wonderful moderators on here tonight. Thank you. We have Noreen and Robert and Bridget, the Nomadic Healer, and Gina Beans. And Joan J is also one of my moderators. She is, oh shoot, and I didn't do this last week. She is one of the, she goes back and gives me the markers to put on each video so that you guys can fast forward if you want to hear a topic. And I forgot to do it on the last video. She did her part, but I didn't do my part. So yes, Gina, thank you for putting that up. So the thumbnail for tonight was me and my friend, high school friend, Sharon Dooley, that I got to spend time with this week. And I'm going to tell you about people that I've been seeing. But I got to have lunch with Sharon Dooley, my high school friend, and she, her cancer has been upgraded to a stage 4. And so a portion of the proceeds tonight, like Gina just posted, anything that I get will go to Sharon to help her with her medical costs. And I want to thank you in advance and do not feel obligated at all. I just want to be transparent and let you know that I've told Sharon that anything I get from tonight, I will be contributing to her and helping her out. And she is a hospice nurse and has given back to people all her life and deserves this more than anyone I know. So Gina just put the link up, and I think there might be a shorter one. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't keep track of my links. I leave it to my moderators. They're on it. And thank you for the prayers to Sharon. Who all is on here? Pearl, I'm fixing to talk about. Pearl, I'm going to talk about you. Hi. She's one of my new friends that I just love, and I'll tell you about Pearl, you guys, in a minute. And Adventures with Jane, my friends. I don't know. See, I almost hate saying hi to people because I always miss someone, and I go back later and I look at it and I'm like, oh, rats. I didn't say hi to them. New Normatic, my friend Stephen. Fancy Free is rolling down the road, you guys, because of Stephen. Well, because of so many. Lola, I just had lunch with Lost on Land again and Vicky Van Gogh today. We'll put their... I'll tell you about them in a minute. We'll put their links up in a minute. My moms are so, and yes, Robert, I know you lost your sweet wife Terry to cancer, and I knew you would appreciate Sharon's plight. And it doesn't matter. I'm a testament. Anybody that's gone through it is that it doesn't matter how hard you've worked all your life and how much you've saved up. When you get struck with something. And you're paying off all your medical bills and everything. It doesn't matter how prepared financially you are. It's a chunk and it's a hurt. And Sharon is just a beautiful soul. So I just love that you're on here. Hi, my darling. Hello to everyone. And Michele Laura. Thank you. She just sent in a super chat tip via PayPal, and I will make sure that I'm transparent about all of this with Sharon. And I always go back and I put on the video description and on a pinned comment those that have contributed so that I can say thank you. And let's see. I know I just missed something. I'm sorry. Oh, Robert just sent in a super chat tip too, because he understands what this is like for people. So thank you, Robert. And oh, good, thank you, Bridget. Yes, Vicky. Oh, you put Kango, but it's Vicky Van Gogh. And then Lost on Land again is Paula's Lost on Land again is hers. So it was fun meeting up with you too, Lola. So let me jump into my topics. From Sierra Vista. I've been in Sierra Vista. Gina and I both have. We've camped together there. And Doreen, it was good to meet you too. And I'm going to talk about the meetup. It's so good to see you guys on here. And see, now I can put faces with names. And Doreen works for a veterinarian, and we enjoyed our visit. And thank you again, everybody that came out. And I'll tell you about my meetup, you guys. And Michele L, thank you for the contribution through PayPal. For some reason, it gave me one notice, and then it's not giving me more notices, and I apologize for that. Or it could just be, it could just be the user, me, not not you guys. So, oh, Michele Lynn, you came on. I believe it's Michelle Laura. Got it. Okay, now I'm getting it. And from Fresno, you're very close, Victoria. I know it is hard to thumb type, Lola. I did it. And Grand Canyon is amazing, isn't it? Chuck and Letty are who I'm going to go see in Alabama, and I see Lucretia on here burning up the roads, and you guys check out their channel. Let me see what else. I know I'm missing people. I'm sorry. I see Roseanne on here. Paula's on here. I know I'm going to miss people. I'm sorry. Michelle from Michigan, my friends Val and Greg are on here tonight. That's so awesome. And I know I'm just missing people. Brenda and my cousins were on here early. Hello, Cindy and Mike. Bandit still just loves his chicken so much. And Patricia, glad to see that you are in your apartment doing well. Some great things on here tonight. Yay, dysfunctional Vanover from Rusty's channel. That's amazing and wonderful. Okay, so my topics tonight. If I can walk and talk and chew gum, and I've already lost something, so let me see if I can get it back. Here we go. There it is. Okay, so topic number 1 tonight is Cray social blessings. Every day, you guys, I have been able to go see somebody, be with somebody, reconnect with somebody, and it has been such a huge blessing, and I'm so grateful for that. So, for example, last week after I left my cousins, and they're on here tonight, after I left them, I had lunch with Leslie the day that last Friday when I had my meetup, and my glasses are glaring because of the light. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm here. You just can't see my eyes. I can't see you if I take my glasses off. So you're getting kind of a white mirrored effect with my glasses. Let me see if I can change this light a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Oh, now I looked into that light and I can't see you guys. I can't see anything now because I looked into that light. If mine froze up on my end, I hope it doesn't freeze up on yours. Anyway, I can't fix the light and I can't see, so I hope y'all can see me okay. So I had lunch with Leslie last Friday, and then the very next day, I got to have lunch with Pearl. Pearl is one of the KOKO fam patrons, and I had wanted to meet her for a long time. And you guys, I wrote about it on Patreon, but have you ever just met somebody and you feel like you've known them forever, and then you find out that you lived like a block from each other, and that you both worked for the same, we both worked for the state of Texas, and we just had all this in common, and I just met a long lost friend that I didn't know yet. I could have just stayed there with her forever, and we had the best lunch. And Pearl, thank you so much for letting me spend time with you and get to know you, and I just love that this trip is doing things like that for me, and I get to meet people that just I connect with heart to heart. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about, and I'm so glad that Pearl is on here tonight. And girl, I miss you already. I totally do. Started live streams. Oh, Chuck, thank you, $20. My friend Sharon will get to know every person that has reached out and contributed. I'm sorry, I don't know who all has Friday nights. I just liked Friday Night Live, and that works for me with my schedule. And so I didn't mean to step on any toes. If I'm having a meetup or a live chat at the same time others are, that's not good, and I'm sorry for that. but I honestly didn't research that at all, and I probably should have. But I'm, yes, Pearl, it was great. And Chuck, thank you again. So I'm sorry if there's so many on Friday night, but I won't ever change. Friday Night Live works for me, and I'll always be here 5 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern on Friday nights. And I'm sorry if that steps on others' toes. I don't even know who the others are that are having live chats on those nights. So I'm sorry about that. So, okay, so here's what I've been doing. So let's go back to Cray Social Blessings, which was topic number 1. So, you know, went my cousins, Leslie, and then Pearl. And then, do you guys remember the video that I put up about the bear? I was at a ranch in Colorado, a ranch house in Colorado with my friend Beth. It's her house, and she and the 5 longtime friends. They raised their kids together and everything. They get together every year on vacation, and this time they were at Beth's cabin in Colorado in the Rockies, in the woods, and they invited me to come be with them for a few days, and we had a bear on the front porch. I don't know if and Bridget, if you could go ahead and put up that link. I don't remember it. Stefan, I don't know who that is. Stephen, I'm so sorry. New Normatic is Stephen and a good friend of mine. I don't know who that is, but yeah, there are millions of YouTubers, so I'm sure that there's a lot of live chats on Friday night. I just had to pick what was best for me, and I'm sorry about that. But so hi Mad Call, Sandy Walburn, thank you. Victoria, thank you. And New Normatic, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, so that I was at that cabin with those ladies. Well, after I left Pearl, I drove to halfway between where I was in Austin to Dallas, and I got to meet them again, only I got surprised. I thought I was going to go to Pam's house, which I did do, and I spent the weekend there, and she surprised me. Beth came down too, and so I got to be with them. And ladies, thank you so much. That was just so awesome. And oh, hi Leanna. Well, that's who's at the meetup. I haven't talked about that yet, Bridget. I haven't talked about the meetup yet, but that's okay. Y'all hang on to those names, and I'll get to that in a minute. But there's a video about where I went to the cabin for the weekend, and I sent you that link, Bridget, and I don't have it anymore. I'm sorry, everybody, but y'all can look that up. Anyway, so I got to spend time with them, and then Monday we left their house and went to Cracker Barrel, and I got to meet with Susan, who is another patron and KOKO fan member, and the 4 of us, we would have closed down Cracker Barrel if they weren't open 24/7. It was like me and Pearl. It was just like we just had the best time. And oh, and I got a hat. Let me show you my hat. I'm gonna pull everything down, getting this to show you guys. But I got this hat while we were at Cracker Barrel. Check it out. How is this hat? Isn't this an awesome hat? It matches Fancy Freeze decor. I just love this hat. It's all embroidered and everything. I just think it's the coolest hat. Anyway, so I got that hat while we were at Cracker Barrel. And oh, there's the bear video. Thank you, Noreen. I appreciate you posting that. And so anyway, that'll give you an idea of Beth and Pam's where I was at their house in Colorado, or at Beth's cabin in Colorado, and and you can go check that out, and you can meet Pam and Beth through that, and you'll get to meet Pearl coming up on future videos, because I'm running a little bit late on getting my videos up. So I did that, and then Monday I left there and I drove to Cedar Hill State Park, which is where I have my meetup. But before that, I met with Connie, another longtime bestie for like 20 years, or no, 10 years. And she came to Cedar Hill State Park and spent the afternoon with me. And then the next day, my nephew, who's only 14 months younger than me, he came and picked me up, and we went and saw my sister, who has Alzheimer's. and it was good to get to see her. And then they took me back, and then I had the meetup, and thank you, Gina, for posting that again. And then I had my meetup on Wednesday afternoon, and Bridget just put who all was there, and put up some people that were there that have YouTube channels, and so y'all check that out. And so Ann and Robert were there, and they're known as Central Texas Travelers. Leanna, known as that camping chick. That's hard for me to say. I want to say that camping chick. That camping chick. She was there, and we went to dinner afterwards. And then Steve, I had two Roberts, two Steves. It was hard for me to keep track, but Steve K, it was so good to meet you. Thank you. He shared a lot of. We kind of had some ties and bonds over being from this area and me living in this area. And my nephew came by again, Robert, and they got to talking and knew some of the same people. Jennifer, who I've known for a long time, she goes by Travels, and it was so good to meet her. And she had a friend that came with her, and then Steve and Doreen's on here tonight. And anyway, it was just so nice. And RV Ashes in April, it's good to see you on here. Oh, thanks, guys. I'm glad y'all liked my hat. Let me see. Yeah, I have just been going like crazy. It's been crazy. And so let's see what else. And then Thursday I went to see my friend. Yesterday I went to see my friend Sharon. She's the one that we're contributing to tonight. Sharon Dooley. I went to high school with her, and her cancer has now been upgraded to stage 4, and she's a hospice nurse, and that's who's in the thumbnail of tonight's video. When you click on it and it says Friday Night Live, that's my darling friend Sharon. And then today, I got to have lunch with Lola and Vicky, and so Bridget, if you have put their links up, go ahead and put their links up now too. And you guys check them out. You guys probably already know Lola Lost on Land Again and Vicky Van Gogh. I just love that name. And we're going to get together on Monday because we just didn't have enough time together today. Because I also met with my friend Stephen and his wife Beverly. And Stephen is also a KOKO fam member patron. And we go back 35 plus years. And so I have had no downtime, and I don't even think I got another video up this week, and I'm so sorry, but these are connections that I haven't seen these people in years. I don't know when I'll get to see them again, and I'm meeting new friends like Pearl that I know is going to be a lifelong friend, and you just can't trade those moments. And so I only got one Patreon post up this week, I think one, maybe two, and I've only gotten 1 or 2 videos up, I think even just one, and then this live chat. And I'll get another one up when I can. And because tomorrow, my stepsister is coming to get me, and I'm meeting, and she has a bunch of kids, and I'll be with them all weekend. And then I'll be leaving Texas, and things will slow down some. But it's been so lovely. And so, but now I want to tell you, Pearl says, yep, I'm so glad you feel the same way, Pearl. Love you, girl. So I've got a great connection on this end. There shouldn't be any issues on connection. I have the fastest speed that I've ever had on the road, and rightfully so. I'm right in the middle of like 5 towers. I'm what's called tower. It's called Tower Top here in Dallas, because it's I'm at where I am there. It's kind of on a hill. And it's just, that's where all the towers have been put in, because it's the highest spot in the DFW area. So if I had to come out of the state park where I was and come into town to get this signal for you guys tonight. But it should be a good signal, let me tell you. And yes, Linda Crouch, yes, exactly. I just had to, did Vicky Van Gogh have Rue? No, she didn't have Rue with her today. They were heading out to go camping, and she probably went back and got Rue. But I hope I get to see Rue on Monday. I saw Rue when Rue was little bitty, and Rue is Vicky's cat, in case anybody is wondering, and go check out her channel. But Rue is leash trained and hangs out with Vicky camping, and we've got sirens in the area, so a little bit here is getting a little worried. Oh no, you're in Fort Worth? You're here by me? Mark and Irene, they're in Michigan, you guys. So if he's in Fort Worth, I'm like, what? We need to meet up. Anyway, let's see what else. Yes, Lynn, you need to be a patron and you know all these things, honey. $1 a month. Come on down. I miss you. Rue will be there Monday. That's what I was going to ask, because I want to see Rue. I haven't seen Rue in a while. Thank you, Lola. Today's lunch was wonderful. I really appreciated you guys making time for me. Big Spring. I don't know where Big Spring is, Mark. I'm sorry. Bandit is a cutie. I can't believe he's just chilling, because we went on a long walk today, and I think he's just a little bit tired from all the socializing, but he's done so well, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so I don't think I'm 10 minutes from your house, Lynn. Sorry. I don't think so. I don't know. But anyway, so topic 2, stories behind the stories. So all of these people that I've met and have been talking about, I'm just going to zip through this, and I wrote it down so that I would remember. So I'm going to read a little bit, and you guys forgive me that. Bandit's right here, Chicken's down on the floor. He was playing with Chicken, and Big Spring is 250 miles west of DFW. Oh man, that's I can't travel that far. I'm sorry. Thank you, Lola. I didn't know. Yeah, Bandit, he's pretty pooped. He said he had dinner and everything, so he's pretty pooped. Thank you, Just Babs. That's awfully sweet of you. So here's what I wanted to say about these people that I have been meeting with, and I'm not going to call out names, but 3 of these people are caring for bedridden loved ones. 2 have cancer, and another is several years cancer-free. 2 are battling debilitating depression. 2 are helping to raise their grandkids. Several have pins and rods in their bodies from surgeries. 1 has recovered from heart surgery, and another has a DIL, a daughter-in-law, that just had a stroke. But here's what I want you to know. These people that I've been meeting with, and you all know who you are, and you each have your story, and I know I've missed something. Oh, and then struggles with career and what to do, in the future. But anyway, you wouldn't know any of that, and I'm reading because I wanted to make sure I get this right. You wouldn't know any of that when you meet these people, because they all have a testimony, and they're all bright lights in my life that lift me up as well as any others around them, and just higher and higher all the time. Every time I'm around them, I'm just amazed. But they teach me to find the good and to look for the positive. They are living, loving examples of what it means to have an attitude of gratitude. And I just want to say that they are all in my prayers and mean more to me than I can say. This week, and being the last few weeks, not just this week, that my time here in Texas and connecting with all of these people that I've been talking about has been just phenomenal, and I'm so grateful. So I just want to say this 2020 epic road trip is about so much more than me just traveling and seeing people and socializing. It is about connections, and it is about love, and it is about faith and courage and healing. And I want to thank each of you, and that includes all of you watching, for being on this journey with me. And so, like I said, I have been busy and haven't had any downtime, and it's catching up with me, but I'll be able to rest later. And I haven't posted Patreon for a couple of days, and I want to thank them for their patience. You guys, a lot of you are on here tonight that are patrons, and if you want more behind the scenes, and if you want to know where I'm traveling to and where I'm going to be and everything, then please consider being a patron for as little as $1 a month. And just know that this journey, this 2020 epic road trip, as I'm calling it, is just about so much more than just traveling and partying and socializing. And I'm going to do my best to convey that, because I only have one more video, I think, going up on my channel from past videos, and then start the 2020 epic road trip videos. So you guys stay tuned for that. And I just hope that I can capture what I'm experiencing and in the lives of the people that I get to see, and what all's going on. And I hope that makes sense. But especially since tonight is dedicated to Sharon, I just wanted to share that from my heart to yours and say thank you. So there you go. So let's see. That's it. Can only keep going with God's grace. Let's see. Let's see what else. Love you too, Central Texas travelers. That's Robert and Andy that were at my meetup. I remembered, I know you, people, if I ever forget your name, please just consider the source and know that you're here, and it just doesn't connect with my mouth sometimes. And yes, my friend I had lunch with today, Steve, or coffee with before I went to lunch with Lola and Vicky, my friend Steve and Beverly, we were talking about how I was headed to assisted living. We had a room, and that's what I was going to have to do, and the Aricept has kicked in, and my doctors are just, I cannot say enough about modern technology and modern medicine and how it's given me back my life, and how grateful I am for that. And so yes, the Aricept is just completely amazing. So with that, let's get to some viewer questions. I'm trying to bounce back and forth, and I know I probably missed some stuff, but hi Bertrand, good to see you on here, sweetheart. And let's see, all right, so Robert Nevins, he says, saw your YouTube channel, the interview with Rusty, and I have a lot of new subscribers thanks to Rusty, and I just want to say welcome everybody. It's just been so awesome. I think I'm only like 400 short of that magic number 10,000, and I'm just blown away by that. Thank you. It wanted to know if I could do a breakdown of my expenses on how I'm living on the amounts that I said. And I don't remember exactly what I said on Rusty's video, but I said that after my trustee pays my bills, I live on about $600 or $700 a month. And that is true. I don't know. I'm not trying to be misleading or anything here. I don't know what my full check is. My check doesn't come to me because of my brain injury. My Social Security check they pay it to my trustee, and then he pays my bills, and I live on $600 or $700 a month. And I prayed about it, and I thought about it, and it's like, how detailed do I want to get with what I share? And I went ahead and decided that I'm going to share this month's breakdown of what I live on with you, because what happens is my trustee pays my bills, and then I have X amount left. And then I have a friend named Kathy, who I'll be getting to go see in Tennessee, which means y'all will get to meet her. That she used to be in Texas, and now she lives in Tennessee. And she helps me break down my budget on what I spend on what, based on where I'm going to be going and what I'm going to be doing and everything. And so I broke it down, and I'm going to share it because I'm always about transparency. And if I am sharing that I'm out here living on $600 or $700 a month after bills are paid, and by bills I mean van insurance, my phone, medical bills, and then my trustee puts some back for like to renew my registration and stuff like that. And I don't know what all, honestly, I don't. And one of the things I lost was the ability to do math. And so that's why the government won't give me my Social Security check. It has to go to a trustee. So for February, I had, and I think I gave this link to, or this information to somebody to put up. I don't remember. Oh, Cindy saying Rooster is listening to me. That's my cousin's cat. Okay, my cousin Cindy and her brother Michael, my cousin Michael, live next door to each other, and Cindy's married to Mike. So it could get really confusing. But Rooster is cousin Michael's cat. So if y'all can follow all of that, welcome to my family. Anyway, so she's saying Rooster's there visiting and listening to me. Oh, wouldn't that be great to have 10,000 by March, Central Texas travelers? Thank you. So now I saw that about Rooster and I forgot what I was saying, but hello everybody. Oh, so 648.74 for February. So banking and online fees, Kathy tracks all of that, but banking and online fees was $48.74, and $60 for laundry, shower, water, and I grouped those together because sometimes you can get those at the same place. And anyway, $150 for gas and Fancy Free, $350 for groceries, and $40 for propane or butane. And so so that is my breakdown. Okay, Noreen, thank you. I couldn't remember. Thank you. See, my mods are the best in the world. They speak Debra. They stay up with me. They do what they can to Gina, I don't know why I have to pay banking fees. Kathy and David take care of all that. I don't know. But I do know that they look out for me really well. And if there's any online fees or banking fees, and like I know that one of the things that I pay is for music for YouTube. And it's buffering on my end. I hope it's not buffering on y'all's end. Anyway, one of the things that I pay is for music for YouTube, and I don't remember how much that is, but that's in there. And so they look out for me and keep my expenses as low as possible. That's all I know. Yeah, it has something to do. I don't know. I would be lying to y'all if oh, thank you, Robert. So that's what he pays for Epidemic Sound, and that's what I'm subscribed to. So I'm sure it's the same. But I don't want to get into the details on that because I can't say 100% what that 48.74 is for. I could ask Kathy to break it down for me, but you guys don't need all that nitty gritty. I've already shared more than most people do about their expenses, but I just want you to know that when I say I live on $600 or $700 a month, that I'm being honest. That's what I live on after my trustee pays my bills, except for those banking and online fees. I pay that. Okay, so that's it for that topic. I think I beat that to death. And so then I have a viewer, Wendy, and she wanted to know if I have a brain injury and can't read, is Bandit reading my comments to me? Okay, that's legit. I get it. I have said that I can't read, and here I am. I'm reading my notes and I'm reading your comments, and so clearly there is a disparity between whether I can read or not. So I want to clarify that. I can read. I can put English letters together and read. What I don't have anymore is reading comprehension. I can't, if there's too many words, or even if a comment gets too long, I can't read it. I can't read books like I used to. I used to read at least a book a week, and I can't read articles, and I don't understand how and why the brain works that I can still write. But you guys, after I write a story, I can't even go back and edit it. My cousins Cindy and Gina and Robert and others edit for me because I can't go back and read what I just wrote. And so I can't explain to you why the brain works like it does. I can write, but I can't do reading comprehension. I can still read. I'm sitting here reading. But I would not be able to read all of my notes tonight and tell you what's at the top of the notes. I wrote them, but I can't do that. So yes, I have said I can't read, and then you guys see me reading, and I thought, that's a legit calling me out on something big, and so I thought I would address that. And let's see what else. No, Bertrell. I haven't even started working on my meetup next year, and I need to. And I'm going to need to do something maybe more than a karaoke machine. I don't know, because Bertrell's asking if I got a karaoke machine for my meetup next year, because I had people lined up for to help me with audio, like a mic and stuff, and they bowed out on me 2 weeks before the meetup. And so thank you, Trell, but hold that thought. And when I get ready to start organizing that, if it's okay with you, I will contact you. And well, burning up the roads, Lucretia, thank you for saying that. And I get that. And I was a little uncomfortable with it at first too. But I'm not sharing I mean, it is legit. If I'm going to say out repeatedly that I'm living on $600 or $700 a month, I think it is legit for me to share how that breaks down. And I also want people to know that how and then I do need to go back up and say too that on YouTube it pays about $2 per 1,000 views, and so you can do the math. These same people were like, "You have thousands of dollars a month from your YouTube income." It's like, no, you can do any research you want to and find out that that's not true. It's about $2 per 1,000 views, and that's pretty much generally what's out there and what it averages. And so I use that money, just like I ran into trouble with the weather and I got to stay at Falcon Lake State Park and staying at Cedar Hill State Park, because my money from YouTube allows luxuries like that. You did not see anywhere in that I just offered that I have money left over to pay for parking or for camping. And so that's what YouTube affords me. And then I turn around and make videos out of it and share with you guys, and that's what you enjoy watching. And so I think it is legitimate to share all of that with you, and I have no problem with that. But I'm sorry that it made you uncomfortable, Lucretia. Let's go on to the next one. And thank you guys. Let's see. What else? Hi, Vicky Van Gogh. Good to see you on here. All right, so Debbie WW, and I don't know what that stands for, but Debbie WW says, "Are you worried about being out driving and alone with the brain injury problems?" Well, honey, I'd have these brain injury problems if I was sitting at home somewhere and driving to the store or something. And the thing about me driving is that I don't know, it was almost 2 years after my brain surgery. I didn't have a license. I had Metro sent a van out to come get me and take me to my doctor appointments and anything else that I had. You just had to schedule it ahead of time, and I qualified for that. I think I may be lying. That was either through the city or the county, and I can't remember, but it was transport that you qualified for, and my doctor set me up on that because I didn't have a license. And my friends, Leslie and oh gosh, just so many here in Austin, Carolyn, and oh, I'm not in Austin right now, but that's where I was during that time, and they would take me, and if they couldn't take me, I would do that county transport. And so I didn't have a license for almost 2 years, and when my doctors released me to do license, I actually did I can't say, like you take if you get a speeding ticket, you can take these courses. Anyway, for insurance, it was recommended that I do that, so my insurance after not having a license for so long would be less. So I did that course, and I not only had to be approved by the state of Texas to get a Texas driver's license again, that my doctors had to sign off on it, and then the state of Texas, because I was coming back from a disability, they had you go to doctors. So my license is probably more vetted than most people's. And I also want people to know that if I am symptomatic at all, TBI symptomatic, I don't drive a mile. And I just recently, and I shared this on Patreon, hey, Normatic, I love you. Thank you, Stephen. Oh, thank you, Lucretia. Y'all are so good to me. And I, um, I'm trying to catch up, Daryl. Whatever Gina is saying about my trustee having me on a program, if it's available, he takes really good care of me and does research and so whatever y'all are talking about, I'm sure he does. But I was going to say something, and I started reading. See, I can't multitask at all. Shoot, what was I saying? I don't. I share with patrons that let me not read, and so I just won't look down here. That's what I have to do, is not look at what y'all are saying, because then I forget. But so I shared with patrons that I had pulled into a rest area on this track, and I don't remember exactly which leg, if it was before Austin or after Austin. I can't, or before even seeing my cousins. I think it was before seeing my cousins. So I may have already shared about this, but I pulled into this rest area, and there was domestic violence going on, and I called it in and everything, and I shared about it on Patreon, and so I'm not going to go into detail tonight, but it rattled me enough, it just, I got my brain injury from being beaten. It rattled me enough that I couldn't drive for 2 nights. I stayed that night down the road, and it was before my cousins, and so then I had to tell them I'm not driving another day, and I checked with people to make sure I could stay parked there another day, and they said yes, and so I did. So I just Debbie WW, that was a great question. Just know that I'm vetted on my license by multiple doctors, by the state of Texas, and I don't drive if I'm symptomatic at all. I don't drive even a mile, and that would be true even if I was living in sticks and bricks. I would either take a cab or get somebody to take me somewhere or something, and so it's no difference. It's just, this is my home, and I just stay in it. And so that's that answer. Vicky Van Gogh, if you're still on here, I'm gonna it was before you, Cindy. I thought it was I wasn't sure. And thank you guys for keeping me straight. And let's see. Victoria Morris says, do apply for food stamps. I do qualify for food stamps, and it's a whopping $15 a month. No, I don't mean to make fun of that. I shouldn't laugh so hard about that, because $15 a month helps, and so I don't want to say that, but I just want to say, that people think that you're just rolling in the dough, and I'm living on my Social Security that I paid into the government. The government isn't giving me anything except for that $15 a month, and it does help, and I do take advantage of that, and I'm very grateful for it. And on subsidized apartment or subsidized living, most counties are 2 to 3 years out. Some, like Harris County now, I think they're like 5 to 7 years out on a waiting period. So if I ever got off the road or something, I would go stay with my trustee till we decided what to do, and I would probably just go on to assisted living. Although with Aricept, I don't think I'd have to, but that had been the game plan before. I don't know about now with my Aricept. Let's see. Vicky Van Gogh, I'm going to answer a question you asked me today, because I thought, you know what, that is a great question. So we were at lunch, and she asked me basically, and I'm going to paraphrase, but if getting from point A to point B without knowing where I'm going to stay is stressful. And because, like, when I leave Texas, my next stop that I have solidified, I'm sorry, those sirens are so loud. Can y'all hear them? Hang on, I gotta wait till they go by. Anyway, talks amongst yourselves, because I can't talk and have my ears covered up. They're so loud. Can y'all hear them? I think it's better now. Okay, now I can't remember what I was saying. Oh gosh, sirens in the city are so loud. That's why I can't do city very long, you guys. I just can't. I just can't. I don't remember what I was saying. Vicky Van Gogh. So when I leave here, that's what I was saying. Thank you. My next solidified stop is Alabama. and that's where I'm going to have my next meetup, is in Alabama at Orange Beach when I go see Chuck and Letty. And I don't know where I'm going to stay between. I'll be in my house, but I don't know where Fancy Free is going to park between here and there. And yes, it is very scary. It's intimidating, and lots of good stuff always comes from it. And so I'm just putting one foot in front of the other, doing my research like I've told you guys how to do, to find campsites and everything, and just moving on down the road. And God only illuminates one rung of the ladder at a time, it seems, and that has to be enough. And that's what I go do. And it's been stressful not having any downtime. Every day I've been doing something, but it's temporary. And once I leave here, once I leave Texas, I will have lots of downtime. And I'm because of my intercept, I'm not having, I've only had one nosebleed. I stutter. I've been sleeping 12 hours when I can, and I don't mean to, but like I can't stay awake anymore, and I will crash, and I don't wake up for 12 hours or so. And that's all because I'm pushing it, but all of that is temporary. And so I thought that was it was a great question. It's both stressful and fun, not knowing what I'm going to do or where I'm going. And oh, Sunni Ross, thank you. I appreciate that, and I will make sure to share that with my friend Sharon. And that is just, the Texas is the toughest, the rest are easy. Thank you, Sunni Ross. I really appreciate that. And yes, Robert, my confidence is improving. And Noreen, thank you for putting that up. It is going to be in Orange Beach, Alabama, March 14th, 11 to 2. And I don't think the website is updated. My website, debradickinson.com. I don't think, and please put that link up for my meetups, debradickinson.com/meetups. I don't think I've updated the exact location for that Orange Beach meetup yet, because there are options there that my friends want me to look at, but I don't think I'm going to wait until I get there to do that. But just keep checking the website for updates on that. Yes, Sarah, I do have a remarkable improvement thanks to my doctors. And Dr. Lori is sometimes on here, you guys. She has commented before. I don't know if it's been, yeah, it has been during a live chat, or maybe it was during a premiere. She has been on here before, and she's going to be retiring, and so I'm getting a new neuro and a new primary care, and I'm a little nervous about that, but it'll all be all right. That's what my cousin Cindy says. It'll be all right, and it will be. All right, so let's see what else. Let's see, Gina, if you could help address some things being said, you may have already done that. All right, so next topic, that was viewer questions. Next topic is weekly spotlight, and I can't remember who helped me come up with naming it the weekly spotlight, but it's a weekly feature in addition to viewer questions that I'm always going to do. And this weekly spotlight was the meetup, of course, and everybody coming out. I mean, to have only announced it one time and I had 10 people come out, that was just remarkable. It was so cold and windy, you guys, and I had hot cocoa and decaffeinated coffee and regular coffee there for everybody, and my stove and everything, but it was just so cold. And we took a picnic table toward the end and took it to a building and underneath a cubby, and that helped. But by then everybody was ready to go, and I just am so appreciative of everybody that tracks what I'm doing and that comes out and does such things like that with me. Thank you so much. And everybody always wants to know how this little guy down here is doing, and y'all can't, again, the camera, it doesn't show him, but I'm afraid I'm going to knock something off if I try to show him. No, I better not. I'll knock it off and then we'll be dead in the water, so I'll leave it. But he's been doing really good, but he did bite my nephew. I felt so bad. because he was abused, he has this thing, if anybody touches him like near his butt, he gets really, really, his bobo, he just doesn't like that. Or if anybody's like kicking anything around him, he must have been horribly kicked and everything. He just goes nuts. And so Bubba, my nephew, he's like my brother, he's only 14 months younger than me. He was holding Bandit and they were doing just fine, but Robert's wife came up. Bubba's wife, his name's Robert. Robert's wife came up and patted Bandit on the butt, and Bandit bit Robert. I felt so bad. And then the next day, Robert was playing with Bandit, and he was kicking Bandit's toy to him, not the chicken, but he was kicking a toy to Bandit, and Bandit thought he was kicking at him. He tore into his boots, and he like ruined like a really expensive pair of boots. And so I felt really bad. And so I have to be really careful when people come around, because even though he's doing so much better, and he just has his moments when he just flashes back and he just goes on the attack. And I just really never, oh, Van Life Sheldon's Travels is on here. Hi, you guys, good to see you. I just never know when how he's going to do and what he's going to be up to. But overall, I am so proud of him. He has come such a long way, and that's a tribute to his loving heart and him wanting to be loving. And hi, buddy. You want to say hi to everybody? He's so tired. It's like, when I say that I sleep for 10 and 12 hours at a time, and that's how I'm getting through all of this socializing, I mean, I really do. I just crash. And like last night, my friends texted me at like 7 o'clock, and they're like, "Are we still on for 9:30 in the morning?" And of course, I crashed, and so they spent the rest of the night not knowing if they were really going to see me or not, and I felt bad about that, and texted him this morning. I'm like, yes, I'm sorry I crashed, but he has been sleeping all those long hours with me. It's like, what dog does that? Well, Bandit does. He just curls up with me and sleeps the whole time with me. He's just such a sweetheart. He did do good, right? Doreen and her husband Steve came toward the end after they got off work, and thank you guys again for that. And before you guys got there, Robert, he'd gotten the zoomies. And my nephew Robert went running around that circle with him there around those picnic benches where we met, and I was so proud of him. Bandit does get plenty of treats. But you can send him some treats. My address is on my website, debradickinson.com, and don't make it anything perishable, because they'll have to mail forward it to me. But you can send Bandit some treats. He would love that. But he does get plenty of treats. I do take good care of him, I promise. And yes, it is going to take him time to recover, Debra. And he just has such a loving heart, and he's trying so hard. And the only time that he has episodes anymore is around specific things, and I'm learning that in working with him, and he'll get better. Hi, Susan. Susan, I told him about getting to meet you at Cracker Barrel, and I showed him my hat that I got. Oh, and Susan gave me a Starbucks card, and so I had Starbucks tonight on Susan. Or a toy chicken for sure. You don't drink Starbucks. You can't have any Starbucks. No Starbucks for Bandit. Okay, so let me see what else. How long have we been on here? My goodness, I'm Chatty Cathy tonight. Central Texas Travelers, y'all got to see him run around the circle. In fact, Andy was down on the ground and petting and talking to Bandit at one point, and I'm like, Andy, stand up and get away, because he was getting a little anxious, and I was just like, oh my God, please don't let him bite any of my wonderful viewers that came out to see me. And so I was really, Andy, thank you, because I kind of yelled, and I didn't mean to, but I was just like, stand up, get away. And Andy's like, what is it? And I'm like, anyways, Andy, thank you. Andy, in case y'all are wondering, is on here as Central Texas Travelers, her and her friend Robert. So, hey, Leslie, I was just telling them reminding them about our lunch. And anyway, so Susan was on a date with her husband tonight. And Susan, y'all had an anniversary, didn't you? Or am I getting you mixed up? I might get you mixed up. Y'all don't pay attention to me. Yes, Rita, he has baggage just like all of us, and he's getting so much better. Um, yes, Bertrell, I cannot take him to a groomer. Even to get his nails trimmed, it costs me a lot extra because they have to trim them. Oh, good. Thank you for calling that attention to me, Bridget. And C. Martell, yes, we will get together. I'm going to see you when I come through Georgia. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, Dennis, the people, the way they treat people will just floor me. Oh, good. Jackson sleeps that long too. I'm sorry, but I got to read and catch up. I know that must be boring for people watching, but I'm just seeing what everybody's saying. So I know, poor puppy, that just breaks my heart. And Pete on the cable installer. I'm sorry, poor cable guy. And let's see, but Bandit bit Bubba. That was the topic for this week's weekly spotlight. Bandit bit Bubba. I mean, you can't make that stuff up, right? But he did. Bandit bit Bubba. Put it right about the same place. Actually, there, y'all can't see it. You might can see that scar. That's where Bandit went through the meat of my hand, and that's about where he bit Bubba too. All right. So, let's see what else. All right. So I am behind on comments. Good song title. It is Bandit bit Bubba. Anyway, I'm behind on comments. I'm behind on videos. I'm behind on Patreon, but I am good and connected, heart to heart and soul to soul with a bunch of wonderful people, and I'm just thrilled for that, and I'll catch up with all the rest later. And let's see, I think I told you, but I have one more video that I'm going to put up that's from my past, from catching up, and then I will posting my 2020 epic road trip videos. I drank that Starbucks too fast. It gave me hiccups. Let's see what else. My next meetup, we've already put that out there, is Orange Beach, Alabama. If you think you might make it, please email me so I can give you the location when we know for sure. That will be awesome. Oh, good, Noreen. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm having such a lovely time. And to take off on this trip, and I wasn't sure. Hey, Frugal, were your ears burning today? Me and Logan and Vicky Go, we're talking about you, girlfriend. And I understand that you and I might be able to cross paths in Georgia, so let's talk. He did not bite you, Central Texas travelers, and I'm so glad. I would have just died. And oh, Sandy ordered a t-shirt and sticker. Please send me pictures when you get them. I need to post some because I've had a couple other people send me pictures too. Oh yeah, Bandit's Instagram page. Thank you. And thank you for that, Bridget. So email me if you're going to be in Orange Beach. And everybody just signed on. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. And consider being a patron. And I think we've covered everything on my topics list, you guys. Thank you for the super chat tips. I will share those with Sharon and let you know. Let's see. I guess I'm getting lost. I don't know. And because I start reading and then I quit talking, and y'all don't want to sit here and just watch me read. So I think that's it, everybody. What else? And Rita. Oh, isn't that interesting? Susan and Rita Ledbetter. That'd be cool. All right, everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody or miss anything tonight, but I think that I am going to log off now. Just know that you are loved, and I'm glad you're here, and I will see you down the road somewhere. I really don't know where. After I leave Texas, I'm going to be making it up as I go along. And be sure to check out the meetup list so that we can get together if at all possible. Love you. Bye. I got to figure out, I never remember where to press. It's this X up here. Okay, bye everybody. Good night.